Hi guys, welcome back. Here we're facing now we are facing RG, which is pretty popular in the meta right now. I would say even if they have Fireball, it's a bad match, but it's kind of impossible when they have Monk. At least this dude didn't have Monk, so it was a bit more manageable, I guess. But yeah, when they play with Monk, it counters half your deck. If you play Cannon, if you play Evo X, if you play Xe, Executioner, or Bowler, Barbarian Battle, Baby Dragon. Now, if they have Lightning, it's even worse because when you try to defend, they will kill you everything you got. But yeah, if you play well and you outplay your opponents as every game, yeah, right? You have a possibility of winning. Here I split my guards, very good way of using my guards to take 0 damage on both lanes. And yeah, he goes RG in the back. He knows I have a building. Even if he goes RG at the bridge, I think he would gotten at least one hit, to be honest, because I didn't have guards. The only combo that allow me to defend well without hit is guards plus Golden Cage, or maybe guards plus NATO as well, depending on what he does on the elixir he's got. But if it's Evo RG, I don't know. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Evo RG is quite scary because since he pushes your troops, well, if we get more hits, and I'm not sure if it has more health still or they remove the extra health he had. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, RG taking some hits, taking a hit from the hunter as well. To be honest, this goblin cage was horrible. I felt it was going to distract. It was going to attract the royal ghost, but I was wrong. Since that happened, I got a bit crazy and I wanted to make a big push because of that. Those guards were for the fisherman, which I fell, and here I went NATO. And yeah, he had to take my tower and I had to take his here because otherwise it's game over for me. And it did happen because it was lightning range. Now we are facing Hot Rider. 2.9 Hot Rider instead of 2.6. Well, actually, I'm not sure how, but it's Hawk Earthquake. I don't know how expensive this one is. A little bit more expensive than 2.6, I think. Just a little bit. But yeah, this thing is strong. This Hawk EQ is very strong, to be honest. It's not like 2.6. 2.6 is strong depending on the meta, I think. But this one is really strong. This variant. Of course, it's as always, as you can imagine, it's match for him because the fast cycle he has. Let me explain why this is his match instead of mine, even though I have Goblin Cage plus Evo Exit plus NATO. To start it off, the Firecracker. I can not kill it. I can't. I have to kill it on my side of the arena or plus a NATO with something else because they will try to protect it as well. Wow, what a nice Xyz. What a shame that I still. Oh no, I didn't take a hit even. Wow, that was a nice defense. But yeah, also, besides the Evo Firecracker, a normal Firecracker which I can kill easily, it's pretty much they are immortal in his arena. The cannon, because for every egiant I use, he can cycle 2 cannons for that. Look at here, I have to use lightning and instantly and like down the 3 elixir because of that. Every time that happens. Besides, the earthquake cycle does a lot of damage as well. If we got same damage and we start to spell cycle, he can just like go for 2 earthquakes every time I go for a lightning. So some if we sum that up, it's more damage for him overall. So is bottom line is because of the fast cycle he's got. That's why he's got a match. I think it's a bit easier for him. Maybe Evo X is it helps me a bit instead of Wolem because it can it's another counter for the hog, but still I have to be very careful with my king tower when I defend with Nero. So if they play one thing is certain, if they play perfect and they play well, it's a let's say a one trick of that deck, it's over for me. I cannot do anything because they will know every movement. Maybe if somebody that is just playing that deck, which is a good player, I mean, but it's not like one trick of that deck. I have a possibility. I think like this, like here. I don't think this guy was like one trick of that deck, Piggy. But yeah, I have such a big lead. I'm in such a good position because I can only defend and cycle my evos. I defend, cycle my evos, and try not to go giant unless I have the evo baby dragon. That's the only time, and of course, going with lightning cycle as always. That's very important. That hot rider was very bad. That's what I mean. That was a horrible hot rider that I can defend easily with the NATO. Even though look at my king tower is very low and now up only 1k damage, which another hot rider is on the king tower is 2 hits, which is 800 damage plus a earthquake, you know. So I have to spread out my damage sometimes, like try to use NATO to move the hot rider on the other side, take one hit there and there. Have to be careful of the damage, I think. But yeah, here this is pretty much defended, and because of the damage I had up front, it helped me a bit. Here he got a damage, I think. Yeah, but still, good game, my friend. Here we're facing Kramos, which he has good badges. So he had a weird deck though. He has like Evo Exi plus Apis, Goblin Hog. Does not look that bad, but it's first time I've seen this deck on ladder at least. And yeah, Evo Exi I think is a good card in the meta to be honest because unless they have lightning, it's very hard to get rid of him. Besides, you need lightning plus something else, which gives you quite a nice elixir trade for you usually. And no, almost no people are running like rocket, and even if they do, the only thing you have to do is place your X's a bit away, far away from your princess tower, and you're good because it still is one elixir more than what the executioner cost. But yeah, this match I don't. This match is good actually because of Evo Xe, Evo Executioner. Evo Executioner defends so well the Piggies, Hot Rider, Balloon, like a lot of things, dude. Such a good card to be honest. But I'm sure I'm playing it now, but I won't be playing it for much because I get bored of the same deck every time. I like Ejan, but I like to change variants. I like to play different with different cards, you know. Even though the Baby Dragon is always there, but I think Baby Dragon has become like something that is mandatory to play if you want to play Ejan. Something mandatory to add on your Ejan deck or Golem deck, may even because of the speed up ability. It helps a lot for your E-Giant to get to tower and on the defending as well. But yeah, this kind of decks I think are mostly with counter pushes because here he predicts my baby dragon, I think. But I thankfully had the Evo Xe and such a great Evo Xe to be honest. Even though it's going to do nothing at all, but it was good, good intent. Here he went for the piggies, good piggies, because it did some damage. Flying piggies always deal damage, since they're not going to get targeted unless they're on the ground and not flying. Yeah, fireball. Even that boss bandit is annoying sometimes, but since I have guards, she's not that annoying to be honest. I don't think she's broken to be honest. She's busted because, okay, it's very strong, but dude, she's her cost is 6 elixir. She deserves to be that strong. Same with the Spirit Empress. Those are cards that get people complain about, which I'm not gonna lie, Spirit Empress was I think a bit stronger actually, but still, she costed her cost was 6 elixir. Boss Bandit is still is as well 6 elixir, but dude, you have to like know that she is 6 elixir. She has to be strong, you know. Here I was a bit scared to be honest, because he started spamming. I was praying to get my Evo XC as fast as possible. Thank goodness he did use the ability there, so I could save my Evo XC regards. And he didn't do as much damage as I thought he was going to do. And since there were 30 seconds left, I just spent the egiant at the bridge to like make some time, dude. Make some time. I had the Evo X now, so I was not that worried anymore. And he had the Evo Piggies as well. But yeah, Evo XC clutching as always, you know. You can always trust him. Such a great card. Such a great Evo. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.